Welcome to Zero to Start, a podcast about XR development that brings you inspiring conversations with creators, developers, and industry leaders. I'm your host, Ceciliana Trevino. The 2025 Augmented World Expo returns to Long Beach Convention Center June 10th through the 12th. With over 5,000 attendees, more than 250 exhibitors, and 450 speakers, you'll feel spatial, they promise. The excitement is lighting up LinkedIn and the hashtags AWE 2025. Ben Lang of Road to VR says, Augmented World Expo has become the must-go event for the XR industry, end quote. If you still need tickets, get 20% off with Ben Lang's exclusive discount code in the show notes and post it on his LinkedIn page. Thanks, Ben. I just got my 2-day pass and can't wait to check out the panels and Expo Hall and meet the classic friends and the new friends. On today's show, we're highlighting some of the panels and keynotes on Tuesday, and probably that's all we'll be able to get through because there's just so many cool panels, discussions, and talks, but I'll only be there for a day and a half. So the good news is that I'll be able to access those sessions that I missed on their YouTube channel after the conference. Be sure to check the show notes for Ben Lang's discount code, links to panels, and our pre-AWE music playlist featuring Dom Dalla with Solomon Live at the Wool Store in Melbourne, Australia. Let's get started. I didn't think I'd get to AWE this year, but I was so energized by the Meaningful XR conference and curious about all the news coming out about Android XR, the developments of new headsets, new glasses, new tools, along with the fact that I haven't been to AWE in years, probably since the pandemic. So I couldn't resist the luxury of being there in person to catch the latest industry news and trends for podcast listeners. I'm packing light. My only question now is, what shoes am I going to wear? And a quick public service announcement. If you're heading to AWE, you want to be sure to stay hydrated. It's easy to do since the Long Beach Convention Center has free water bottle filling stations throughout the venue. I also would encourage you to check out the sustainability statement from AWE on their website at awexr.com/sustainability. And you can see how AWE supports sustainable practices across their events and invites attendees to join them in making a difference. So you can see all the different programs that AWE has around sustainability and how attendees can reduce their carbon footprint. Early badge pickup and registration will be open in the Long Beach Convention Center main entrance promenade lobby on Monday, June 9th from 3 to 6 p.m. And during the early badge pickup from 4 to 6 p.m. is the welcome party sponsored by Google, where you can enjoy one complimentary drink and no host bar after. And kicking off the conference on Tuesday, June 10th at 9 a.m. is AWE USA's 2025 welcome keynote, XR is Going Mainstream. Inbar, CEO and co-founder of AWE and Superventures, will welcome attendees to the 16th annual event, followed by Accelerating the Spatial Computing Revolution for Developers and Enterprise with Ziad Asghar, SVP and GM of XR at Qualcomm. And that's at 9:30 to 9:55 a.m. in the Grand Ballroom main stage. From the description, it says, the spatial computing ecosystem is evolving at an unprecedented pace. New devices are entering the market. Demand for AI glasses is surging. Industries like sports, health, and entertainment are embracing XR for growth, and the latest AI leap is redefining our approach to immersive experiences, from silicon to solution. Ziad Asghar will use his unique perspective building cutting-edge solutions across AI, XR, and connectivity to share his vision about the future of the XR industry and how Qualcomm is paving the way for for its continued success. This is an example of the reason why I wanted to be there in person, because it's incredible how suddenly the world has caught up with all of the uncertainty of new technology, AI, and XR. It's all converging, and it seems to all be in this primordial soup. And having a front row view on that to gain perspective, I think this really sets the stage for how people can think about the near future and their role in shaping that and influencing what impact they'd like to have as all these changes are taking shape, and how creators, developers, anyone who is involved in the XR industry can position themselves to catch that next level of innovation and evolution. It's going to be a busy morning. In the grand ballroom at the main stage at 10 a.m. is bringing AI and AR into the real world through spectacles. Join Snap CEO and co-founder Spiegel to discover new ways developers can develop groundbreaking, immersive experiences and shape the future of computing with Snap's latest innovations. Then at 10:30 to 10:55, also in the grand ballroom main stage, is Project Aura and more. XREAL's vision for the present and future of XR. Join Ji Shu, CEO and founder of XREAL. XREAL will discuss the products, partnerships, and strategies fueling the brand's market leadership surge in the XR industry today. The brand will lead with a peek at Project Aura, its Android XR collaboration with Google and Qualcomm. Also hear about the XREAL 1 Series AR glasses lineup and the company's refreshed strategy for enterprise services. At 11:10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. is the 2025 AWE Gaming Hub Exhibitors Showcase at the gaming stage in the Expo Hall. Peek behind the scenes and discover the creativity and innovation shaping the future of gaming as XR game devs from the AWE Games Pavilion share insights into their creative process. Each developer will have 5 minutes to give you a glimpse into their worlds, and then you can browse through the Games Pavilion to see their projects and chat in more detail. Exhibitors in this showcase include friend of the podcast, Robin Mulder, CEO and founder of 3 Pound Games. And we'll have a link to her podcast episode in the show notes. Also in the afternoon at 1:30 to 1:55 p.m. on the Grand Ballroom main stage. From storytelling to story living, our new reality presented by Vicki Dobbs Beck, VP Immersive Content Innovation at Lucasfilm and ILM. Drawing upon products and experiments created over ILM's 10-year history in immersive narrative, she will discuss transitioning from storytelling, one-way communication, to this much bigger idea of story living, where you're in a world making meaningful choices that drive the narrative forward. Such a vision was most recently exemplified by ILM's collaboration with Marvel Studios to create the Emmy award-winning experience, What If? An immersive story for Apple Vision Pro. Super cool. And from 2 p.m. to 2:25 is the talk Evolving Bystander Signaling Norms and Industry Standards in the Era of AI with Dena Feldman, Director of Policy for Reality Labs at Meta. From the introduction of the first portable cameras, society has grappled with the idea of effective bystander signaling. Form factors like smart glasses require the XR industry to combine existing precedent with novel improvements to meet the needs of new technology. This presentation will discuss the evolving approach to bystander signaling on wearable devices, especially with developments of AI, calling for a common industry approach to help bystanders know when things like capture are happening as the public becomes more familiar with these technologies. That is a very critical conversation that I think is going to be even more prevalent as these devices roll out. It's pretty interesting now that Meta has recently announced it's partnering with Palmer Luckey to become a defense contractor and provide the US military with their XR technology. I just think it's that kind of shift in alignment from connecting people globally to supplying the military. It seems like they're serving two masters a little bit. So that's for another podcast. I'd be curious to know what you think. It's certainly not everyone is excited or enthusiastic about the direction this is going. I mean, over at Connect years ago, it was getting 1 billion people into VR. It was not, let's make military grade defense systems in a time of rapid disassembly of our political norms and alliances around the world. I have actually, you know what? I have so much to say about this. I'm going to put this on a different show. So I want to continue on with the agenda and really focus on some of the conversations I'm excited about. So more to come, maybe on a lost episode in the future. Another panel I'm excited about is also at 2 p.m. to 2:55, and I'm not quite sure which one I'll be attending, but that panel is The Next Revolution in Graphics, How 3D GS Changes Everything. Gaussian splatting is a hot topic this year, and this panel of experts is here to walk you through everything you need to know. Join us for this informative session, which will cover introduction to Gaussian splatting and its history, tools and methods for creating G-splats, use cases, and applications. That panel features Rachel Newport from XR Radio, Navit China, hope I'm saying your name right, at Nucleus 4D, and Josette Seitz from Specular Theory, Mary Matheson from Agog, the Immersive Media Institute, and our friend Kevin Ang at Binko. The other competing panel at that time would be at 2:30 to 2:55 in room 102B with the incomparable Tom Emrich, author of The Next Dimension, with the talk Beyond the Banner Ad, How AR is Shaping Brand Entertainment. Then at 3:30 to 4:15 p.m. is the AWE Wellness Walk with Caitlin Krause, a somatic and spatial journey into digital well-being. Join Caitlin Krause, Mindwise founder, Stanford lecturer, immersive experience designer, and author of Digital Wellbeing, Empowering Connection with Wonder and Imagination in the Age of AI, for a signature walk and talk. This unique experience blends somatic awareness with immersive presence designed to restore balance, ignite curiosity, and cultivate calm in our hyper-connected world. Meet at the author's table located in the Convention Center foyer. Later in the afternoon at 4:30 in the XR Policy track. For XR and AI makers, the secret sauce is ethics. This is a workshop-like session with audience participation that will lead the audience to a richer understanding of what they can do to make better products in XR, AI, and related fields. Session speakers are AiSU Unal, founder, experiential producer at AiSU, and friend of the podcast, Avi Bar-Zeev, founder and president of the XR Guild. And I'll have an interview with Avi coming up after this show, where we dive into a little bit more about his background in the industry and talking more about the XR Guild. Then at 5 to 5:55 p.m. is the panel Igniting Cultural Institutions, Afrofuturism and Lincoln Center. That talk features Nona Hendricks of Dream Machine, Sutu of iJack and Sutu Eats Flies, Meng Tong Guan from the Lincoln Center for Performing Arts, and Kathleen Cohen of the Collaboratorium. The Dream Machine experience at Lincoln Center is a groundbreaking example of how cultural institutions worldwide can reinvent themselves to stay relevant and engage new audiences in the digital and virtual age. This electrifying project, conceived by the visionary Nona Hendricks, fuses cutting-edge technology with Afrofuturist art and diverse music to create a mind-bending, immersive experience that transcends traditional boundaries. Another panel I'm really looking forward to, which is also at the same time, but only going till 5:25, From Code to Conduct, Building Healthy Communities in VR Games. I'm super excited about this talk because it's featuring Gorilla Tag's David Newbelt, the CTO of Another Axiom. And he's going to explore the best practices for building healthy communities in VR games, managing player behavior in immersive spaces, from effective tools and AI-driven solutions to fostering positive social interactions. Join David as he explores the challenges and innovations shaping the future of VR game communities and how developers can create environments that are both fun and fair. Definitely want to check that out because stuff be being unfair. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This should be fun. I love anything Gorilla Tag, so I definitely want to check that out as well. That is a full day on Tuesday, and there's so much more happening Wednesday and Thursday. I will only be there half the day on Wednesday, so I've got to navigate my time between the expo hall and some of these great talks. Have a good first day, everyone. I'm super excited to see everybody, meet new friends, and just soak in the latest and greatest from the XR community and industry. Thanks for listening. My favorite conference tip is from Andy Fidel, and it's one that I included at the end of our GDC coverage. Andy says, quote, "The best part of a conference isn't on the agenda. Stay open, explore. You never know who you'll meet off course. The real magic happens in the moments you don't plan," end quote. You are the magic, and you bring that with you wherever you go. There are so many opportunities for unique moments at AWE, and with the promise that we'll feel spatial, I can't wait. I hope this episode inspires you to explore the AWE website and agenda, connect with speakers, have a great, safe, fun conference, and we'll see you in Long Beach. You can support the podcast by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Give us a rating, share this episode with your community, and connect with us on LinkedIn. Until next time, happy installing.